TempahZone.
What's going on, y'all? Another edition of TempahZone podcast. I got Lizzle4 with me once again. He's a rapper, singer, just all around good dude right here. I'm really happy to have him on the show once again. Lizzo, how's it going, man?
I mean, life is crazy right now, but we're adjusting and, rolling with the punches and, trying to stay more than afloat. You kind of see the direction things are going, and it's just important to kind of try to jump in front of the tide and, just keep going and rolling with everything. But yeah, no, I'm doing all right. Things are definitely falling into place for me. So
yeah. That's good to hear, man. Obviously, when I asked that question, it's barring everything that's going on, because there's a lot going on in the world, obviously. It don't take a person who watches the news 24/7 to know what's going on out here. But I feel like in these times, you just have to find the positives. And like we were saying before we were recording, count your blessings, because in these times when things are rough, you got to figure out what brings you happiness, what will lower your stress, because right now it's crazy, man. It's real crazy stuff. And obviously during this quarantine, it's been pretty crazy for not only artists to adjust, but teachers, and you just so happen to be both, man. So how have you been adjusting to the quarantine overall? How have you been making the best of it, regardless of things being limited? How have you been making the best of it?
Yeah, I mean, you just got to see what you're being offered, and as I said, you just got to run with it. In terms of being a teacher and stuff online, we transferred everything online, and I'm an assistant teacher, so like I just provide support for all of the classes. So I'm still able to run my program. I'm going in and out of the classes, checking on all of the students, making sure they're doing the work. We're meeting once a week to make sure that they're maintaining and that their mental's right and that everything is good with them. And we're still just maintaining our brotherhood and stuff. And the thing with this transition for being a teacher is to try to make it not seem scary. It is scary. It's a different time. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
But I have to try to, be as strong as I possibly can, for them. And, at the end of the day, it's like, you can only control what you can control. So if I teach them to control their mental, if I'm learning how to control my mental, and stay focused on the things that really matter to me, I think, I have a good chance to continue to win and, continue to be blessed. But, unfortunately, I feel like a lot of people get caught up in everything that's going on, and it's hard not to, it's impossible not to.
Yeah.
But you also have to be able to, turn all of that noise off and really, dive into yourself and really chase your dreams and your goals. And, that's what we're on right now.
Yeah. I think that's definitely the right way to say it, man. I think in these times, I've been saying it ever since this quarantine has been going. This is either going to make you or break you. You're going to find out what really matters, because if you don't have that easy access to do music and you don't find a way to make music during this time, you probably never cared that much in the first place. So I feel like right now is that time. Like if you're making it happen, like you're able to put out a full project during this. Like I don't see too many dudes doing that. So I was very impressed. I'm like, damn, like I know artists always have, stuff cooking up, and there's always more work that's, you probably made before the quarantine, because I know your work ethic, but still, like you were able to pull off the project, man. I thought that was very, very crazy. I didn't think that I'd be seeing too many artists put out projects in this time. But what made you feel like the project had to come out now? What was the urgency for this one?
It wasn't really urgency as much as just having a scheduled date. And June 3rd is my birthday. Every year I want to, give music to the people that kind of support me. It's just like, that's just what I do. And I was actually looking at my memories on Facebook, and it's like, literally for the last 5 years, I've always given something, so this year was the first time I was able to give an album. Everything crazy is going on in the world. And, I was getting discouraged. I was getting ready to pull it down. I'm like, I don't know if people are going to listen. I don't know if I should do it. And then
if it's the right time. Yeah.
All of that stuff. But ultimately, I made the decision as, an artist and as a man, that I was going to say, like, I'm going to stand up during this time. I'm a stand-up guy. This is what the whole Lizzle4 brand is built on. Standing up, when, you're basically counted out. So you know, that's kind of just the, you know, the energy that I'm on. And, you know, I feel like we put together a fire album. And, you know, from the last time when we spoke in January, you know, I already told you we had an album. I already told you it's called Public Figure. Like, we already had half of the songs already recorded, mixed, mastered. Like, and that was supposed to be the album. But then quarantine hit. You know, I ended up building a small studio in my crib, and then we ended up adding, you know, another half to the album. You know what I mean? And that's not what it was supposed to be. If I was still working in those regular time, Public Figure would have been 5 songs, and that's all you would have got. You know what I mean? But because of quarantine, I really got my bag. Constant really got in his bag. Shout out to Constant. You know, he produced every song on the project. You know, we had, you know, about 5 songs leading up until quarantine. And then once we kind of got locked down, he's working on some new beats. He's sending me stuff. He's like, yo, Liz, see what you could do on this. You know, and I'm listening to him. I'm like, yo, these are dope, but I wasn't confident in my studio. I wasn't confident in my mixing, my master, all that, you know, all that stuff that everyone talks about on songs. And it's like, yo, bro, half of that album, I mixed and mastered myself, you know, for whatever that even means, bro. And it's like, I threw out the songs, and it's like, I'm not going to sit here, you know, and keep getting caught up in this whirlwind. We get caught up in this whirlwind of artists of like, you want the best videographer that's going to be able to do this, and you want the best engineer that's going to be able to do that. Of course you want that high quality, but what you also want to do is to be able to stand up and put out music. You know what I mean? And it's like, if all of those things can't connect for you, you can't be like, oh, I can't do it, because those are X factors. You know what I mean? A fire videographer, that's an X factor. But we all have iPhones. You know what I mean? Fire engineer is an X factor, but we all have our own studios. You got to find that confidence in yourself to kind of say, you know what? I'm going to do this for myself, bro. I'm going to edit these videos for myself. I'm going to have Rose shoot these videos, and, you know, we're going to figure it out ourselves. You know what I mean? And shout out to Rose, who's just literally putting everything together for us. You know, the new clothing line that's getting ready to drop, you know, on Juneteenth. It's going to be crazy. And yeah, man, it's just like everything is just happening the way it's supposed to be happening. And I just keep saying I'm blessed, bro.
Yeah,
you know,
man.
I'm like this, man. I'm super blessed to be able to say that I'm an artist, that I'm making money off of my music, that I'm doing everything that I ever wanted to do.
Sure.
I'm living my dream right now.
Man.
I'm living my dream.
And you're doing it your way. You're definitely doing it your way, because you're getting your message out there, and it's being received correctly, man. I think that's very impressive. And like I've told you before on the last time we were on, man, the fact that you're able to make clean music that like you wouldn't even know you were listening to it until like someone told you, yeah, like this can play for all ages, for everybody. So I think for that with you, man, I think you got that down on lock in terms of getting your image out there the way you want it to be. Because I think a lot of people, they try to act like their favorite rapper. They try to act like that guy and this guy. It's like, just be you. And I think when you are you, it excels. It goes far. I think the truth sets you free. I mean, that's just the facts, man. And I hope I'm not repeating myself too much from the last time. But I mean, like it is what it is, man. You know, people repeat themselves when they have to say some real shit, and that's just and that's what it is, you know.
But no, like honestly, like I just feel like right now it's like I'm really standing up for the 99% of the people that ain't in the industry. You know what I mean? We watch these guys, and you know, we want to emulate these guys, and it's like, if I can become a guy that you want to emulate, where it's just like, yo, bro, stay in school for a few years, get a good job, you know what I mean? Just take care of your family. Like, I'm not, like, I feel like I'm doing everything, you know, a big artist is doing. The only thing you're not seeing is me be super flashy in videos, you know, but outside of that, like, I'm dropping albums, I'm doing videos, I'm doing a lot of this stuff myself. I figured out how to get, you know, I got access to hundreds and thousands of playlists now. Like, I'm learning. You know what I mean? I'm learning how to be a label, you know, for myself. And eventually, you know, one day I'll love to sign some artists and, you know what I mean, go that route and really help some people chase their dreams, because it's like, I know how to do what you want to do. You know what I mean? I know how to do what the average person wants to do. I just won't press play 100% for myself, because that's not 100% what I want. You know what I mean? I don't really care to be a world star. I don't really care to be seen by every single person. You know, I just want to be seen by a good amount of people that, you know, wants to be receptive to some dope music, and people that kind of catch on with me as, you know, I'm moving through life. But, you know, being a teacher and, you know, securing that bag and just kind of moving like that just gives me the freedom to do the music the way that I want to. You know, I'm not chasing a bag when it comes to the music. I'm literally just creating at my own speed, and it's a fast speed now. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, I dropped 2 albums in a year. You know, it's gonna end up becoming 3 albums in a year, then 4 albums in a year, because I'm just like, I have that much stuff going on in my head. I got access to my own studio now. I got confidence now. So,
do you think you think the quarantine has something to do with that? You think the quarantine really put your back against the wall, made you say like, oh shit, I gotta learn some stuff for my own? Or do you think that's what has put you in this position to just start creating faster?
Yeah, 100%, because I never wanted a microphone. You know, I never wanted to do videos and stuff. Like, I always wanted to pay somebody. Like, I wanted to pay, like, I don't know what's wrong. I wanted to pay somebody else.
I agree with you there, because I think it's good for artists to not try to do everything. Like, we're only human. We can only do so much. Like, mixing, mastering, videography, photography, those things are very difficult. People spend their whole lives just doing that. Like, one of those things. So for us artists to have the ego to think that we can just mix and master because we're artists, or we can shoot videos because we're artists too, like, it's hard to do. So I understand you wanting to pay for the, you know, the studio sessions and to pay for the videographers. We can't do everything as artists, man. Sometimes you got to pay someone else to do it for you, and that's fine. So
until I went into quarantine, then I was like,
just
gonna come through. And I'm gonna do everything I'm supposed to do. Yeah, and it's like, the thing is, like, I was exploring with it all, you know, up until that point. But it's like, yo, the studios are locked down. Like, videographers are locked down. It's like, you have to deal with what you have to deal with. And it's like, I actually have like a dope video, you know, that me and Rose shot the other day. You know, that's gonna probably, it's called, you know, it's for I'm On One, and it's gonna, you know, it's gonna come out soon. And it's just like, after looking at it and putting it together, I'm like, bro, like, I really can do this. Like, I don't have to spend that couple $100 that I thought that I had to. You know, and it's like, when I'm going to work with videographers and people moving forward, it's going to be because, you know, people genuinely really want to work with me. You know, like, that's the thing with this. Like, I'm not desperate. Like, I learned how to do it all myself. So I'm not desperate for anybody's cosign. Like, oh, this videographer has all the views. This engineer has all the superstars that go. That stuff doesn't matter to me. Like, it doesn't. If I, you know, get to work with these people, great. But it's like, I'm not going to jump out the way to go and try to create those relationships. They need to be natural. And it's like, I would love for, you know, people, you know, for an artist like myself that is doing a little bit of everything. I want people that, you know, kind of want to work with me as well. It's not about us. Oh, like, I feel like as artists, we always end up spending all the money. And it's like, yo, we need to get something in return as well. You know what I mean? And it's like, until those opportunities present themselves, I'm 1,000% okay moving with how things are moving right now. Everything's under control.
Yeah. And I think that's the right way to do it, because I think a lot of times artists, they see their trajectory and they think, oh shit, I need to buy a better camera. I need to buy a better microphone. I need to buy. It's like, you might need to learn. You know, like, because I see some dudes pulling off music videos, and I'm like, they just know how to edit really well. Look at that. Like, you know, like, I think a lot of artists, they don't take advantage of what they got. And I think if more artists did that, you would see that show more. But I think a lot of times artists think, oh, if I don't have a $1,400 microphone, then I can never make a hit single. If I don't have Pro Tools, I can never make a single. It's like, you can use Logic, you can use whatever Adobe has. I forget what it's, Audition. Like, there's ways to get around it and succeed. Like, not everything has to be top of the line quality. So I'm really happy you mentioned that, man, because the whole like high quality, high fidelity, like, all that stuff, it's important, it's great, and there's levels to that, but it's not the end all be all. So
it's like I definitely got an album that's tucked away. That is that. You know what I mean? That is like what it's supposed to be. But it's like, right now, it's, you know, I'm still just building. You know what I mean? And it's like, I'm just enjoying the process. And, you know, when it's time for that, like, because I feel like Ocean View was that. You know, I put a lot of, you know, I spent bread. You can hear the money that was spent into Ocean View. You know, Public Figures, like, you can hear the money that's spent into it, but you can hear the money that wasn't. You know what I mean? If you really listen to it, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Because it's like, the feel of that album is like, in the feel of this time, it's like, it's a gritty type of time out there. It's not for everything to be perfect and crystal clear and mastered. Like, that's not what it is, bro. You see how I look? Like, I look crazy on the screen right now. I'm just out here looking like Jay-Z was one day. Like, I went to his concert.
You got the shirt, though.
Yeah, bro.
Shirt's
like,
on point. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. You got the
shirt's
shirt
on point, man. Feel me? It's your boy Lizzle4. I'm out here. I'm joking.
Yeah, man. So
But,
like,
man.
you got the shirt going on, man. That's good, man. That's all that matters, you know.
Yeah, we got a lot of this on the way.
Yeah, I like that shirt, man. Talk about that shirt. What are the names on there? What's it saying?
Damn, man. I actually just got this shirt the other day. It says, "Write like Maya" on there. Think like Garvey.
Oh, okay.
Feel like Madam CJ. Speak like Frederick.
Imagine like Obama. Is that Inspire like Obama.
Inspire like Obama. Challenge like Rosa. You feel me? It's just like
that's dope.
You know, just paying homage to legends and stuff like that. And you know, this is the type of time you're gonna kind of see me on moving forward. Like it's gonna be like some just local gear, you know. And if I am kind of buying stuff, it's gonna be stuff with meaning. It's not gonna be like I've never been that kind of Gucci kind of person. Like that's just not me. Like to me, this is way better than a Gucci shirt. This is gonna stop, and we can have a conversation about this. You know what I mean? And it's like that's all I'm about.
Yeah, it's got more. Yeah, it's got more like weight to it. Yeah, I totally feel that, man. And I think in this time, we need to be louder about how we feel. I ain't holding back no more, man. I mean, on my timeline, on my Twitter, everywhere, I got a lot of white friends. So for me, I'm letting it all out. I'm letting everybody know how I feel. And I mean, it's not like I've never had these conversations with my white friends, but like at the same time, you got to repeat yourself sometimes because as Black men, we know, like, and Black women, they know, like other, like white people, like, and they're starting to understand that they will never understand. So, and I think we're making progress overall because I think people are starting to say things I never thought I would see. I never thought I'd see people talk about white privilege like this. Like I learned about white privilege like 5 years ago. Like I didn't think people would bring it up like this, but it's happening. And I think it's, you know, there's certain conversations where it's just like, all right, white people, y'all take care of that because, you know, we don't got to repeat ourselves. I don't got to, you know, like Dave Chappelle's been making jokes about police brutality. Kendrick Lamar been making songs about police brutality. Like certain people are expecting people to speak out, but it's like they've already talked about these things. Like you know what they about. You know what they do. So
it's like, and it's almost disrespectful to like those heroes who like have kind of built their life and their career on, you know, standing up for this stuff. It's like to Pimp a Butterfly, if that was to come out today, everyone would be like, this is the greatest album of all time. And then it's like, hold on, maybe it was just a little bit before its time. You know what I mean? And it's like, that's just what the greats do, bro. It's like they give you stuff before you're even ready for it. You sit on it for a while and then it's like at a different time in life, it's going to hit you. And it's like, it's just because as artists, we have, you know, a different perspective on life. We sit back and we see the whole game board. You know what I mean? We're not, you know, a lot of, you know, you could kind of tell the artist that in the fast moment, but like a Kendrick is going to drop those kind of albums that's really going to, you know what I mean, captivate, you know, and stand the test of time. And you know, I just feel like that's why you even mention guys like that, because they always have been standing up, always will be standing up. And, you know, we got to stand up next to those guys, regardless if, you know, J. Cole releases a song a couple nights ago or not. You know, he doesn't have to do that for us to know that J. Cole's out here standing up with us. He doesn't have to go to the protest for us to know that he's standing up with us. And, you know, it's like, there's just so many people that put in so much work that it's like when you don't see them in the instant light, like kind of how life is right now, it's like you forget everything that they've kind of done. And it's like, oh, like these guys have built, you know, their legacy based off of this stuff. So, you know, we just got to kind of put some more respect on the names of the greats.
Yeah, man. I mean, we're in it's the now generation. So if we don't see it, we don't believe it. And I hate that because like, why do I have to show you the process? Because if I show you the process, like, let's just say for music, let's just, you know, we can dial it down just a little bit, but let's just say for music. Like, if I keep previewing you this song that hasn't come out yet, once the song comes out, how much are you going to care? You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's like an instance where it's like, why do I got to show you everything? Like, can't you wait? Like, why are people asking? Well, I haven't seen too many people saying, where's Kendrick at? Because I think a few rappers are a little scared to say, where's Kendrick at? Because next thing you know, Kendrick gonna diss you. What's on the next project? You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, so, like, it's just in that case, like, it's like, I understand rappers might not want to be calling out Kendrick right now, but like, just in general, I think if you're going to speak out, moral of the story, if you're going to speak out, choose your words wisely and take your time with it. Like, I don't think that I really don't think there's any rush. Like, forget what anyone says, like, oh, like you're taking too long to speak. Like you want them to say something bad? Like, look at J. Cole. He's getting a bunch of flack over what? Like,
yep.
You know, like I don't know if you heard, you know about the song, but he's getting a lot of like criticism, and like people are calling him like a misogynist. I'm like, if this is misogyny, like I don't know, man. I don't know what's Future. Like,
no, it's just like, bro. The truth is, when you get to that level, you can't win. You can't win. You know, when every blog picks you up, and they can just spin your whole life into whatever they want. It's like life ain't even fun no more, bro. And it's like that. As much as I love music and as much as I want to make it, and there's ways that you can, like, to me, making it is just securing a nice bag from the music. You don't have to be out there. You don't have to be in every blog. You know, you're streaming and your fans and, you know, people are loyal to you and you can figure all that out. Then you made it, you know, but it's like for that, like for J. Cole's a cool dude, bro. It's like we've been watching Cole for the last like decade. So for him to come out, drop a song, and then just slacking, blah blah blah, it's like, bro, like that sucks to me, bro. Like, why you think he don't drop no music for us? You know what I mean? Because it's like there's not even an audience that, like, there's not even a voice anymore that's gonna be like, yo, like this is like, we rock with this. Like, you can't even hear that voice no more because those bigger media outlets are gonna kind of drown out, you know, what you're gonna even think about the song before you can hear it. That sucks, bro. That sucks. So, like, honestly, like when it even came to public figure, I'm like, yo, bro, I kept all those songs. You know what I mean? I released it when it came out on my birthday. And it's like, to know that none of those songs were out, to be able to keep it exclusive, to be able to come with a new wave and energy, it's like, to me, that's dope. And I know who my fans are. You know what I mean? It's not about the blogs. It's not about whoever is, you know, being all weird in the comments and stuff like that for the, you know, bigger industry rappers. It's like, I get love, you know, doing what I do, you know, at the level that I'm at, and it's increasing every day. So it's like, you know, I just love the way that it's building, bro. And that being a big star, you know, that everybody thinks they want to be, it's not really, bro. It's not really. It's a job, bro.
It's a job. Yeah, like I don't like. Yeah, like
you're worth millions now. You're worth. Well, they say that you're valued at millions. You know, they're telling you what your value is, which isn't true, and they're gonna work you, keep you away from your family, keep you away from your friends, and it's like, yo.
Yeah, ain't nobody get more exploded than the artist. The artist always gets exploited the most.
Come on, bro. That's not what you want for people. And it's like, why you think they got millions of dollars and they're going crazy and they're, you know, they're popping the drugs and they're sitting there falling off like flies and all this kind of, you know, stuff. It's just like, yeah, and it's the stress from being an artist. It's the stress from giving up your life to say, oh, I'm gonna go and make, you know, this kind of music. And it's like, bro, you don't even got to do that. You can literally stay patient, just stay on your stuff, stay on your grind. You know what I mean? And you can 100% make it to where you want to make it to.
And the way you want it to be. Yeah.
We have to size down the expectations of what it's supposed to be. It's not about a Ferrari, bro. And it's not you know what I mean? It's not about all of these things that everybody talk about, bro. You can just get a nice whip that can get you from point A to point B, bro. Like, I'm going to be honest with you.
I don't think you can tell too many people that. All you need is one car. No. I'm
going to keep it a buck with you, bro.
It's not going to happen.
I never rented a car in my life until my birthday. And I had a fire 2020 BMW. And you know, I don't even drive like that. Like, I'm on a bike, I'm on a, you know, electric scooter. Like, I walk, like I'll do everything but drive, just because like I hate traffic. So I pulled off the lot. I'm like, you know, first thing I did, I'm sitting there, I put the album on, filled myself. And then like the first thing I did was drive, and then I stopped at a red light, and I was like, this is trash. Like instantly, it didn't even matter how far the car was. I was like, yo, I'm still here in the regular traffic. If I was on my, you know, doing what I usually do, this wouldn't even be a problem.
It would be right past,
Yo, it's, you know, it was just felt so overrated to feel that moment. I've never done it before. I've never had the 2020 big body BMW, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, yo, I had it.
Big body.
Big body. I'm going on the highway.
German engineering.
Speeding, you know what I mean? Like, literally, like, I keep telling my friends, I'm like, yeah, I was 115 on the dash. And it's funny because they know I don't really care about that stuff. I needed to try it. And then once I felt empty, bro. I felt empty. I'm like, damn, I would much rather have had get together with my friends with that bread that I spent on that car and just be around my people and bought my album right there and felt the love. You know what I mean? It's like 100% would have rather spent that bread on that. So, like, hopefully people watch this interview and they can feel that. It's like, yo, bro, these things that these other artists are telling you about, forget about it, man. Keep maintain the relationship with your family and your friends and people around you. And just keep building yourself up. Don't give up on yourself. Don't sell yourself out. It's not worth it. It's really not.
No, it's not, man. I was watching a great interview. Lil Wayne has Young Money Radio, and it's great to watch. It's great to watch because Lil Wayne can damn near get anybody on because it's Lil Wayne. Like, so, like, what artist would say no to Lil Wayne interviewing you? But anyway, Lil Wayne had on Lil Duval, and I like Lil Duval. He's very, like, I like him more as like just like a motivational guy than he is a comedian. Like, and he's funny. But him and Lil Wayne were talking just about like happiness, and like those two were saying money do not buy you happiness. Like, and they said, like, people say it all the time because it's true. Like, you can't buy happiness. Like, that's Lil Wayne telling you that. Like, you see how much stuff he owns, and like, if you know who, if y'all know about Lil Duval, you see how these guys live their lives. You can't buy happiness. Like, that's in you. Like, that's in yourself to find happiness. And I think your philosophy, the way you roll, Lizzle, I think you understand that very well. I mean, and I know you're a little bit older than me, not too much. So I think that plays into effect there, because I think obviously, like, this, that goes, I feel like we are speaking to the 18, 19, 21-year-olds, because those are the ones that need to hear this and understand that material things aren't everything. Because the older you get, the more you realize, like, you gotta, love yourself, because if you don't do that, man, it's gonna get real rocky.
It's like I have mad Jordans I'm looking at. I'm like, why even buy these? Like, I'm literally giving them away to kids in high school, like giving them away to my dogs, and it's just like, yo, like, because these things just stop mattering, yo. It's like this stuff on my chest right now, this fist on my chest, that's what matters. The youth, that's what matters. Trying to create this music, just like the music is just an outlet for me to be able to talk to people like you and even get my face on a screen to be able to even have these opportunities. Like, the music is just a gateway for me to, go and meet fire people and, to get the message out there about what matters in life and what doesn't. And it's like standing up for your people. That's all that matters. Like, not all that matters, but that's a huge part. It's like, you ain't got to be a superstar to be on the front lines out there in the protests and kind of doing your 1-2. You don't have to be a superstar to be at your crib making music. You don't have to be a superstar to be editing the videos. Like, you don't have to be these big superstars. You can do whatever you want with exactly who you are. You don't have to be verified. You don't have to be a celebrity. You don't have to be high profile to make these changes. And even if you want recognition, like if you're doing anything right, people will give you the right recognition. And like, because you don't need it from everybody. You just need the right people. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it is what it is, man. But let's get to talking about a public figure, man. Obviously this whole project is dope. I was really vibing with it. Thank you. Knowing the circumstances in which you put it out, and I even appreciate the album even more. Thank you.
Yeah, man, because considering you worked under the situation at hand and still said, "Nah, we're gonna go through with this," and it was really on the fly stuff you did there, man. So that's really dope. I wanted to ask you about the intro. Now that definitely got added pretty recently. In there you said, "Tomorrow is not promised for guys that look like me." And just to speak on that and that whole topic, what made you say, like, we're going to start off the project with a very personal message? So that's bold, man. That's really bold. Like, sometimes when people put these messages in their albums, they kind of hide it. Not like hide it, but they kind of, they don't make it too clear. You didn't have no beat behind it, no rapping. You just said it. So I thought that was really bold, man. Explain what was the process behind that.
So it's actually crazy. So it's like the album, like my birthday's June 3rd. This is maybe the week before, 5 days before ish. And, the whole, George Floyd stuff happens. And, my shorty couldn't sleep. She woke up, she's writing stuff on it. she like, you know how they're basically like, my girlfriend's white, you know what I mean? So they're like, you know, white people stand up. Like, she stood up before me. Like, she got me like kind of riled up because like, yo, like that's my everything. So to literally see her like wake up in the morning and she's kind of just sitting there, I'm like, yo, what's wrong with you? She, you know, and she just explaining everything. I read her post. And then like once I read what she had to say, it made me just sit in a space for a little bit. So I just went, you know, went literally my room right here. And then I just, you know, I sat down for maybe like 30 minutes to an hour. And that intro is literally a Facebook status that I just typed. I typed it in the morning and I just submitted it. And then, you know, I'm listening to the album. You know, obviously, like I'm on one was going to be the track that was going to come first. But I'm like, bro.
Of course, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just, you know, short
totally
intro song. Like that's what was planned for the whole time until literally the day I'm getting ready to upload my album. I'm like, bro, this just doesn't feel complete. You know, I'm on Facebook. I'm getting a lot of love on them. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to just read this one time, did a little mixing on it, and I threw it out. You know what I mean? And that's kind of how it happened. It ended up, you know, 3 or 4 days before the album came out, that was recorded, uploaded, and, you know, I typed it. It was in the moment feelings, and you know, I stand behind everything I said, and you know, that's the truth. Tomorrow's not promised for guys that look like us, man.
Nah, man, no. And you know, I think for me, just to share some of my personal stuff with you in terms of saying this, I think when it comes to this whole movement, if there's one part of it that makes me just like, oh shoot, because you know, I think like a lot of people with George Floyd when he was saying "mama," I think the mothers and the people who have sons and daughters felt that, like damn, he's calling for his parent, his mom. Like, shoot, like I think, you know, for me, I in particular, when the things that really hit is when I see like a black man put up a poster saying, "Am I next?" Or black men just asking themselves, like, "Am I next?" That's the part that, like, shit, like, you know. And I see like Ahmaud Arbery, like my brother's name is Ahmaud, like, and I see like, you know, Laquan McDonald, like, oh shoot, like. That's my last name. I don't care if people know my real name, but like, it's just like, holy crap. Like, you know, oh dude, Tamir Rice, my name's Amir. Like, oh my, like all these similarities and like, look at these people. And like, I'm just like, holy crap. Like, that's the part that like, you know, really, you know, hits me. Yeah. I didn't, you know, I didn't plan on getting that deep about this, but I mean,
that's real, bro.
But that's real. Just that for me, you know, and that's why I wrote that line down. Cause I'm like, this is what it's all, you know, this is what I always tell people, you know, like this could happen to me. Like this, you know, I could be the next hashtag, you know, and it's a very scary thing to say, to even put out there. But I think when I say it like that, and to anyone watching who knows me personally, like you should hear that and go, you know, like you should hear that and go like, oh man. So yeah. So, you know, simple as that.
But I think like, yo, bro, but it's like, that's part of the reason why it's like, I am, you know, a teacher working in the schools. I am, you know, coaching at MIT. I am an artist. It's like, I'm trying to do all these things because tomorrow's not promised. You're like, you don't know how long you have to write your book. So while you have the time, you can't sit there and just let years go by out of fear of like, oh, I might be this. I got to go for it, bro. Like, you don't know when, you know, God is going to ask you to come up there and chill with him. So it's like, because you don't know that, you have to go as hard as you can, man. Like, you have to, bro. There's so many opportunities. It's like, I'm 29, bro. Like, I was a Division I athlete. Like, I done lost opportunities, bro. I like literally was in the pipeline to go to the Olympics. You know what I mean? And now all of a sudden, I'm here working in my community, this and that. It's like, yo, like, I'm not going to say I regret those opportunities. You know what I mean? Because now, you know, shout out my cousin Jalen Penrose, ended up going to Penn State. He's playing pro now, and he's in the pipeline, you know, right from my city. Like, knowing the guy my whole life is basically like 100% like my family. Like, I call that guy my family, and it's like, he's living that dream. And to know I'm a few years older than him, and I had a chance to help guide him, you know, hey, go look at this school, look at this school. You know what I mean? Like, I was like the lab rat that basically opened the door for him to go and now be the guy that he is right now. 6'9", literally 6'9", 6'10", jumping out the gym like he's fire, bro. Like, literally, the basketball hoop is 10 feet. He touches over 12 feet, bro. Like, can you imagine that? Like, jumping and just touching over 12 feet. Like,
I can't.
It's crazy. You know what I mean? So to watch him live his dream and stuff like that. And it's just dope how opportunities end up flipping and turning into different stuff. And even though I wasn't the guy that got to go play pro and do those things, to have somebody so close to me do it, to have, friends go play professional basketball, and to continue to do these amazing things that I always wanted to do, I still feel like those guys are a part of me. So when you're watching your dog go and do something,
it's like everyone. It's like everybody won. Yeah.
You can be happy for him, and you can literally, like, I feel like I'm watching the games. I feel like I'm in the game. You know what I mean? They're sending me the links. I'm sitting there watching you the whole time. Like, I feel like I'm really a part of that. And it's like, we got to start just doing more of that, just really being proud, of each other for what we're really standing up, and what we're doing right now, especially during this time.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think jealousy of other people's success is always like,
don't say that. Don't say that.
Yeah. Don't say that word. Yeah. Yeah. Enough of that. Like, anybody out there, don't hate on your friends because they're doing better than you. Like, you should be happy for them. When you have a group of friends, there's always going to be that one friend who's doing better than everybody else. And it's very clear. Like, I guess how it is in this world, man. There's going to be rankings, whether you want to rank yourself or not. That's just how it goes, man. And I think once people understand that not everyone can be number 1 or 2 or 3, then you can see things for what they really are. And in terms of uniting, I think that's great to see, like, what the power of the people can do. I mean, we know what the power of the people can do when we come together. And I think we've shown that. But when it comes to championing your friends and stuff like that, that's what we definitely need to see more of that, because we don't want to say that J word. We don't want to, we don't want to say the J word no more. We're gonna avoid that at all costs, man. None of that. We don't need that.
But the thing is, you're not lying. The ranking thing is real. But we gotta get rid of that. You know what I mean? I don't want to be number 1. I don't care about none of that stuff. Like, you
shouldn't look at it that way. Yeah.
I just want the respect and the support, so that way,
I hear you.
Anytime you're standing up and you're doing something, I could proudly, stand up for you as well, because it's like, you know where my heart's at. All I want to do is support my people. And it's like, when you share my album out, when you tag me and you do these kind of things, it's like, I noticed that, and now I'm like, all right, we locked in. So whatever you doing, I'm just gonna whoop, 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 share it out every time I can, because I want to share my platforms. I want to share these things that I've been building, because it's for everybody. It's not just for me to sit there and just go listen to Public Figure 100 times. It's like, nah, like, you gotta go listen to the podcast. You gotta go watch these highlights. You gotta go, tune in and get this knowledge over here, from this source, whatever it is. You just gotta. We have to be more willing to share and, promote each other and be proud of one another, because dudes are out here working hard, and what I mean is, it really ain't about no rankings and none of that stuff. Like, that's what the world is built on right now. And I'm trying to break that stuff down, bro.
I think, you're right, man. Look at what Timbaland and Swizz are doing with the verses. They try not to call it a battle. They call it a celebration, because we're trying to we're celebrating these people that are sharing 20 songs for 20 songs. Like, that's crazy. Like, not too many artists can share 20 for 20. So instead of bashing the other person's name and saying, oh, look how much better songs the other persons have, let's just appreciate these two doing this. It's such a egoless and selfless thing that these artists are doing. They don't have to do it. And so I think that's an example of getting rid of that toxic competitive mentality, because I think there is healthy competition. Obviously, Michael Jordan, just look at that. But there's definitely, I think, it's healthy competition. But when it comes to like that toxic competition, like, none of that. So I definitely think it's important for people to just have a cleaner mindset about things. Channel things in better ways.
I actually want to talk about the battle thing real quick, because
for sure.
We actually we started one in Cambridge, and I was actually able to be a part of the first one with
man. I was gonna talk about your just involvement during the quarantine. I feel like you did a good job with substituting what probably would have been live performances that you would have done or other things for the Instagram lives and stuff. So I thought that was really dope, man. I think that's a good move on your part.
Yeah, no. So like literally shout out to DJ Viper and the Survivor Series. He basically him and Party Boy Woods, another artist how they came, is they had this idea of, doing this battle 10 for 10. So then once the quarantine happens, we're seeing like a couple people do it, but the way they were doing it, right? They literally had, one box for each artist. And then I was just like, bro, that's so corny to me. Like I didn't think that, like, and that's how everyone's doing it. Nelly versus Ludacris, this person, but that person, like, it's all like that. But I'm like, yo, Viper, host it. And then you just feature an artist at the bottom, and then we keep swapping in and out. So that way we don't even have to see the guy we're competing with. We're kind of having you'll be the host.
Yeah.
I'm talking to you for a second. I do my song, then I get off, and then the next artist comes on. You know what I mean? And I hadn't seen that type of battle structure before, and it just made it so much more like free flowing. I'm sitting there, I'm talking, chats with you. I'm like, yo, you like that song? That song wasn't hit, man, blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, but if I'm sitting there facing you, I'm not going to talk to you. I can't talk to you about how bad your song is, even it's just like the structure of that battle to kind of keep it up. So it's like people are tuning in and, just to kind of create that friendly rec, within the community. And, people getting to hear my songs, hearing that public figure was coming out and stuff like that. Like, it gave me a huge boost. You know what I mean? We had about 80 people on that live. I'm in the streets. People like, yo, bro, you did your thing on the battle. I'm like, damn, like, you was tuned into that? That was like a month ago. But people really, you know what I mean? It's like, because we haven't seen a lot of people. We're not able to go outside. So when I do be outside kind of walking around, it's like, like, that stuff really helped me out. And definitely was a, great move for my career. So shout out to Survivor Series, DJ Viper, Party Boy Woods, Trevor Holmes, Mike, everybody that's, involved and, really getting that thing off the ground. And, we actually getting ready to do a Sweet 16, like the March Madness. So guys are getting paired up against other guys, and we're going to make it into a whole big deal. And, eventually there's going to be a champion amongst us all. So, Lizzle4 should definitely be winning that.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah, bro.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, any competition like that, everybody gonna bring the best of the best, man. But I think it's dope. I think stuff like that is healthy for the game. But I will say, I definitely think there are a few artists who are scared of those things, because I think a lot of artists are afraid to lose, but another one. You see what I'm doing here, Lizzo.
Words.
Yeah, I'm hitting all the words this episode, man. I'm telling you, bro. I'm just calling out. I just hear you say all these good things. I'm like, but there are those artists out there.
Those artists.
You want to dodge them ones, man. I mean, I just think that just overall, just in these times, man, we just need to not take things too seriously. Like, so what if you don't get first place, second place, third place in a competition of 12? They don't mean that you can't make it or monetize your career or meet the right people. I think people just read into things a little bit too much, and they take an L and they think like, I don't even want to take an L. Like, none of that. I don't even want to attempt to maybe even have an L. Like, people are like that. I mean, I used to be like that, which is why I'm saying it in the first place. So, I was scared to even take an L, let alone actually take the L. You know what I'm saying? Because,
So I got to tell you, first week I did it, I felt like I kicked his ass. I was dusting him. Shout out Party Boy Woods. I was dusting him, but it just like, damn, like, people are going back like, oh, he was winning, Party Boy's winning, Lizzle4 was winning. And then it's like, I'm like, oh, damn. Like, I'm like, yo, it can actually just kind of be very, people have their opinion. So some people thought that he wiped me, and it is what it is. So after that, we had 7 weeks. Every week, they like, yo, what y'all think? And I just said it was tied. Like, after being in that first initial one and feeling that moment, I'm like, damn, what's people saying in the comments, this and that. I sat back after every week so calm, and I'm like, bro, it's a tie. Why? Because what you said, there's some guys that a little, don't want to step in the arena. What guys really do, I don't have the heart to be like, yo, this dude's wiping you and blah blah. I'm just like, yo, bro. Like, I literally started calling Viper in, and he'll tap me in, and he's laughing before I even talk. He's like, yo, so E, what's the score? Let's say it together. 1, 2, 3, and we're just like tied, laughing about it, because he knows how I stand on that stuff. It's not about winning and losing, bro. It's about standing up and just being ready for your moment. And I think that's fire, bro. Real talk.
Yeah. I mean, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, man.
Yeah.
There's another cliche saying for him. So, but hey, them cliche sayings are cliche for a reason. I'll say that again.
I take all the shots, bro. I'll take the shots with the clothing. I take the shots with everything, man. Like this shirt, I'm like looking at it, bro. Like I can't wait because it's like we got some stuff dropping on Friday, man, and it's like, Juneteenth. We're really coming with. You're gonna just see a whole different side to Lizzle4 and how I'm really pushing myself, because it's like Rose went bananas, when it came to designing the clothes and stuff like that. And I'm staying right there, I'm giving her ideas and she just banging them out. And, we really figured it out. We figured out how to really, adjust the price point. So now they're fair, where, because at first I was taking an L because I wanted to be the cheap brand because I just wanted people to support it. But now it's like, with just kind of Black owned businesses really standing up, I had to bump my prices up, $5 or $10, nothing crazy, but just
Black owned businesses do not mean cheaper or discounted. Let's put that out there.
It's crazy.
I never thought that. I always knew it was more expensive. When I heard Black owned business, I'm like, all right, that's more money. I always knew. but most people think discounted. But
but this line is dope. It literally combines, Ocean View with what's going on right now. And, it just got, and it's just, it's Lizzle4 approved on there as well. So it's just different than, the first line of stuff that we had. I really got it. It's just like a different album. It's like once you do something, you start learning what does it even take to be successful to do this. So, having a clothing line and, it's not just merch for an album. It's like, we come with a clothing line. It's like we're switching up the language, and the seriousness about how we're doing things. And like, actually for my birthday, one thing Rose got me was Lizzle4 is now LLC, official business. So now everything, checks, all that stuff can get made to Lizzle4 LLC. And now I can really start, figuring out what are the benefits to even owning a business and stuff like that. Because, I have my streaming, I'm, everything that I'm doing, I should have a business account. I'm taking this Lizzle4 thing real serious. So, that you just gotta just stay on your stuff and continue to learn. Like what you said, learn. People want to buy. And it's like, that's not what it is. You gotta learn.
Yeah.
When you learn for yourself and you put that time into yourself, over time it's all gonna pay off. And then you're gonna end up saving yourself hundreds of thousands of dollars. You're gonna end up saving yourself the headache of, working with people that never really had, a good, their best interest for you. And that's just what it is, man. You just gotta take care of yourself, bro. Take care of yourself, take care of your family.
Yeah. Straight up is that, man. I think the older you get, I think you realize what truly matters in life. And it's funny because it's funny you get old, the older you're young. Your parents always tell you when you get older, you'll understand. We'll talk about that when you're older. All this when you're older, and then you get older and you're like, damn, they were right all along.
Yeah, it's crazy how that works.
Yeah, man. Hey, it is what it is, and I think and as we get older, if you're in the right mindset, you will understand. Because even though people get older, it don't mean they get smarter. So
and that's the worst thing. Yeah. And that's the worst thing, man. Like I hate when people literally be like, and I'm
a grown man, so
you're like, I've been doing this for blah 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 years, and so that I am blah, 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 blah. And it's like, bro, but I'm watching you right now in this moment, not demonstrate what you're telling me about how much years of experience you have. So you telling me this is just like, it's actually you making an excuse but not performing, because you wouldn't have to lean on how many years of experience you have, this, that, and the third, if you was really doing what you're supposed to be doing. And it's like, it's like those are the gatekeepers that don't want to let young guys like us through that have so many ideas. And it's like, I don't even want to push nobody out the way. I want to work with people. Some of those older people don't want to work with us. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's all good, bro. We really figuring out, we creating our own platforms, and we really putting everything together. So
yeah, good, man. Yeah, we the open-minded ones out here, man. So it's time for us to capitalize on the moment, and make something good out of it and really bring change to the people, man. Just like that clothing line, you're getting it started there. But yeah, man, making moves. But we're starting to get to the end of the episode. So I want to ask you one more question before we wrap it up, man. What's next for Lizzle4, man? I know you just dropped the project. You just got the merch going crazy. What else do you got planned for the people that you can put out there? Because I know you can't, disclose everything.
Nah, I will, because this is a dope platform to just, say what's going on, because it's like, just drop the album. Like, I've been on social media, but haven't really. And it's like I'm actually getting ready to drop a new album on July 4th.
Okay.
Yep. So
another one.
we come with Public Figure Deluxe, and the deluxe version of it. We have a new merch line that's gonna drop on July 4th. We got the brand new that you've never seen before, something dropping on Juneteenth, and it's just crazy to really have this merch and clothing lines and projects and all that stuff. And I got a music video with Rose that's getting ready to drop. I got one with my students that will probably end up dropping when we are getting ready to go back to school for CMB. And I'm gonna just really get in my bag with the videos, and you're just gonna start seeing my face a lot more. It's like it's a weird time, but right now it's like the world's really looking for leaders and people we can stand behind. And I'm watching my fan base really just jump with me right now, and they're there, and I know who they are. And we're talking in the DMs, and we're FaceTiming, and we're Zoom calling just like this, and we're just having regular conversations. It's like my fans are my friends, you know what I mean? And it's like, to me, that's dope. It's not that overwhelming, just like rah rah rah. What would happen if I was a superstar? It's like they treat me just like a regular person. So and they respect me and my relationship and everything that I kind of got going on. So it's like it's so easy to just rock with everybody with the level things they're at. And I'm just happy that it's growing at a real natural and organic rate right now. So.
Yeah, man, I agree with you there. I think everything that you got going for you it's only going up, man. Probably said that to you last time, word for word, but I'm here to say it to you again, man, because I really feel like in terms of your trajectory, I think you you know what's up, man. So
bro, I need to work out.
I haven't been working out either, man. I'm getting skinny as hell, bro.
See me next interview. We'll probably tie back in around Christmas or like that.
Yeah, probably will,
like, I'm wearing the same shirt. You're like, yo, wait,
yeah. Veins popping out and all that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm rocking the skinny this summer, man. I don't care. I'll be bulkier next time. All the gyms are closed. We
rocking the skinny. That's a thing.
I'm rocking the skinny this summer, man. I got enough time to bulk up. It's already June.
Yeah, that is the first time I heard that, bro. Like, I'm rocking the skinny this summer. Let's just leave it at that, bro. I'm rocking.
Yeah, it is what it is, bro.
I'm rocking the skinny bulk this summer.
Yeah, skinny bulk this summer, man. That's all. Oh man. Anything you want to plug for the people before we hop off of this, man? Where can they follow you at?
Boy, Lizzle4. You can follow me on Instagram, Lizzle_4. Twitter, same thing. Facebook, same thing. We actually got the official website. But it's Lizzle4.com, Lizzle4.com. By the time y'all see this, Juneteenth will probably already have happened. And, go enjoy the merch. It's dope. It's on the website right now. Everything is an affordable rate. And if you feel like there's something that you really like that you can't afford, literally just DM me. We have a contact page on Lizzle4.com. I personally vet through everything. So I just want y'all to get this dope, these dope clothes and, this dope merch, and support a Black-owned business, because this is something that, everybody's talking about heavily online. And
where your money, where your mouth is.
I really want to just see who's about this, because it's like I made this clothing line with the people in mind this time. It's not about Ocean View. It's not about my album. It's not about none of that. It's literally about just the fact that Black matters. You know what I mean? And I can tell you that. I'll tell you, this first time I'm saying it anywhere. It's like, shout out to the Black Matters clothing line. Lizzle4 is going to have multiple, lanes. So the first one was the Ocean View line. And now, we have the Black Matters line where, you go on the website and you're going to just be able to see, the things that we're really working on. And I think people are going to, if you like something like this, you're going to love what we're coming with, because it really stands, right next to this. And,
for sure, man.
Give me 2 months, you only gonna see me and stuff like this. You know what I mean? Just like fire gear that when you look at it, it's like, yo, bro, like that stands for something. Like, that's powerful. What's that say? Like, conversation starters, my music, conversation starters, the videos, conversation starters. Like, I just want to talk with the people and see what's going on through people's heads and just see, yo, how can I help, bro? What can I do? You know what I mean? To help take anybody's life to the next
Be useful.
level. What resources do you have that, can help me take my life to the next level? And like, that's why I do the music, so I can meet more people, so we can keep going up, like
interact.
That. And it's never gonna seem like a superstar. I'll never seem like a superstar, bro. Doesn't matter. Like, I'm gonna take a trip out to Cali. I'm gonna be doing things. You're gonna see some pictures and stuff like that. But that's just not who I am in my heart. You know,
and dodging all the bad stuff, man. Any other?
Get out the way.
I hit my head on the piano. All right, we ended it there. All right. Hit my head and stuff, man. Lizzle4, thank you for being on the TempahZone podcast once again, man.
Man,
appreciate you having you on this time again, man. For real.
Appreciate you, man. We going up. God bless. It's your boy Lizzle4, and we out of here.
Yes, sir. Peace.
Probably figure out now on all streaming platforms. Go bump that.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.